I'm Pádraic. I work for the Irish Wildlife Trust. We're one of a few NGOs in Ireland who've been working on trying to save the sea for some time now. And it's wonderful to see you all here today. I said to my colleague Fintan from Birdwatch that, only 4 or 5 years ago we couldn't have imagined that we'd have a protest march like this around overfishing and marine protected areas. Nobody seemed to have any interest in what we're doing, but that's changing, and it's changing largely thanks to the work of you guys, and you really should give yourself a round of applause for turning up and making such an effort today. Thank you so much. We know that the sea is in an enormous amount of trouble. We know that the sea takes up 3/4 of our planet, so we can't live without a healthy ocean. But we're living like we had 10 oceans. We're destroying it every single day. And you're absolutely right when you say that the ocean is dying. It's dying before our eyes, and it's dying with the full knowledge that we are killing it. And what's really tragic about it is that there's so much we could do to stop that from happening. We know that we could just stop fishing in certain areas and that the life has a chance to come back, yet we're not doing it. We've been talking about ending overfishing for decades, absolutely decades. NGOs like the Irish Wildlife Trust and Birdwatch Ireland were absolutely hoarse, coming to this building, talking to the minister inside this building and saying, you have to listen to the scientists. You can't ignore what the scientists are saying and then expect things to change. They won't change, and that's why they haven't changed. Now, Minister McConalogue is the minister in this building. He's the one this week talking about fishing, and they'll refer to fish as stocks and about, how we need to manage stocks, blah, blah, blah. We know that fish are wildlife. They are essential beings in the ocean, and without the fish and without the shrimps and the shellfish and the seaweed, we can't have healthy oceans. Yet we're destroying it all for the sake of some significant amounts of money for very, very few people. And that has to stop. We know what we need to do. We know that we can create very large marine protected areas, 30% by 2030, but we need to be protecting all of the sea, not just 1/3 of it. We need to be, everything we do in the sea needs to be managed and needs to be geared towards protecting the sea life. But we don't have any more time to lose. We have to start doing it. We know we don't need super trawlers. Super trawlers are just there dragging the nets across the ocean and turning sea life into money for a tiny number of people. It's not feeding the world. It's not doing any good for the planet. We need to end super trawlers and completely unsustainable fishing practices. And like what you have drawn attention to today, bottom trawling is absolutely the worst thing that has ever happened to the ocean since it started, believe it or not, in the 1800s, and we're still at it today, scraping even the smallest life forms off the bottom of the sea and then dumping it overboard. It's an absolute disgrace and a travesty that we still allow bottom trawling to go on to this day. So yes, we're killing the oceans, but yes, we know what we need to do, and yes, we could be doing it straight away. So, what do we want? We want marine protected areas. When do we want them?
Now!
And what do we need? We need to end what? And when can we do it?
Now!
So thank you again, and you've done a wonderful job here today. Let's hope Mr. McConalogue is listening.